I didn't know what this life was for. I had no idea. And why did I have to survive it? It started when I was living in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It was December of 2010, and I was really struggling with life. I was at one of my lowest points. I grew up in a really abusive home. I was struggling at work. I had just ended a long-term relationship. I was battling an alcohol addiction, and I was trying unsuccessfully to cope with the chronic pain that my disabilities caused. I didn't know what this life was for. I had no idea. And why did I have to survive it? What was the reason? I was so desperate, I did something that I had never done before. I got on my knees and I said, God, if you're out there, something needs to change. If something doesn't change in the next 24 hours, this will be my last day on earth. And I felt absolute relief in that ultimatum. The very next morning, I grabbed my crutches and I had to walk down a very steep hill to get to work every morning, to get to the bus stop. So I grabbed my crutches, I left my apartment building. It was freezing cold in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It was the middle of December, and the wind was whipping and the cold was biting my face. And this red truck pulled up beside me, and the man inside said, "Would you like a ride?" And here I am, I'm single, I'm disabled, and I'm extraordinarily cautious. But the man's face, the man was so happy. I remember thinking, what does he have that I don't? And before I could think twice, I said yes, and I hopped in the truck. And I was so touched by this man's kindness that the ultimatum I had made just the night before didn't even cross my mind. The very next morning, I grabbed my crutches, again, getting ready to walk down the hill. And as I left my apartment building, this red truck was idling by the curb. And this stranger, all he said was, "It's cold again today." And so these 2-minute rides down the hill became a daily occurrence. And I learned that he and his wife and his children were Christians, and they believed in Jesus Christ. And one day, the man asked if I would like to come to church with him, and I readily agreed. I remember the first time I walked into church, and I had this very distinct thought that I was home. And I met 2 friends at church, and they invited me to learn more. And I remember the first time I met with them, I brought a list of 40 handwritten questions that I needed answers to. And at the very top of the list was, what is the purpose of this life? As I continued learning with them about the gospel of Jesus Christ, I learned that I was a daughter of Heavenly Father who loved me. I learned that He had a plan for me. I learned the why of this life, and I learned what I had to look forward to. And that's when my life began to change, because I began to feel something I had never felt before, and that was real, heartfelt joy. I am now married to my best friend. We've adopted 5 incredible children. I know that I have a Father in heaven who loves me. I know that He has a plan for me, and no matter who I was or what I used to do, that He is ready to forgive me through the atonement of Jesus Christ. And I know that He is waiting to bless me with more joy than I ever thought possible. And because of Him, I can become the person He always knew I could be.